up, everybody? It is a new day, Tuesday, the 20th of January. There was no trades taken today by me, and I'm going to explain that and why I didn't. Also, I'm really excited about today because I was able to use past knowledge from previous mistakes last week to, last week and the week before to miss out on a potential loss today. So let's get into that. So coming into the day here, this is the 4 hour chart on NASDAQ. I had both charts here marked up, kind of waiting to see what the leading index was so that we don't get SMT'd on our entries and whatnot. So here's the 4 hour. Now you'd probably look at this and you'd think, okay, your bias is bearish today. Well, yes and no. So here's the thing. We come in on the 4 hour chart and we start rejecting these imbalances here, right? We start rejecting heavy, okay? So we're rejecting these imbalances, telling me that I'm not going to be willing to take a short until we have closed below these. And, once you close below that, there's, really, there's just, and the thing is like, I would want to wait until we get below these as, and this is our closest draw bearish here, which was at the point of where we were when market open was, almost 300 something points away from the bearish, draw. So not really open for bearish trades, even though we've been selling off. Another reason why I wasn't looking for bearish was because of this new week opening gap here. And so I ended up marking off London highs, Asia highs, new week opening gap, right? So really hoping for bearish action today, and as you see here, we ended up taking out this daily high and edging Asia highs later. But here was here's what happened at market open. Okay, market open, we open up, right, and we instantly, here's the thing, 9:30 candle instantly displaces through London high. That was my draw. That's kind of what I wanted to see because this draw was also inside. London was inside of this hourly bearish gap. So this would have been the best trade possible for the day, this best draw, because we can get this before we enter into any any type of bearish imbalances that could reject and push price lower. So this would have been the best draw on the day ideally to have, and we just swept it right off open with no entries. So kind of unfortunate. So then what I'm thinking is, okay, we get this insane displacing candle on the 5-minute chart, which is like a 100-point candle or whatever, and it closes strongly above London. Now what I'm looking for is these hourly highs and Asia highs for a target. So what I want to see ideally here is a push higher, then a retrace, then a push back up. We don't get that. Anyways, what we do though is we create this 5-minute gap. We tap into this 5-minute gap, right here. So we tap this 5-minute gap, and then we get pushes higher here out of this 5-minute gap right here. We tap, come back up. Okay, this is where I learned from previous mistakes. Okay, to this hourly high would have been, I could have put my stops below this low or whatever, or below these lows, just to be safe below the 5-minute imbalance. But here's where I learned. Okay, London high is inside of a 1-hour bearish gap. That's a rejection point. Okay, the only way I would be willing to take a trade bullish now after sweeping London high is if we clearly displace through these bearish confluences. Did we do that? No. So this kind of trade is just a pattern idea. It's just a pattern idea. Yeah, it looks good. I mean, we tap this 5 and get a strong close above, but is it good really though if you really pair it with other confluences? Like if we go to the hourly here and see that, oh, hey, maybe this isn't good. Maybe this isn't a good trade because we are rejecting through a 1-hour bearish gap right here. So this was kind of my main idea for the day, as well as having this trade have such a big stop loss this trade would have had here. And there was a trade here and somewhere in here, you could have taken a trade up here to get with a breaking point here, but it's like, for me personally, the stop loss was way too big. It was like 80 points or something from here to here or here to here to whatever, and we're just in these bearish confluences. So it's like And I drew this out a little later in the day after we were kind of up in here. I was like, okay, well, we've been rejecting at this point, and if you look at the 5 minute at all this rejection, I mean, look at this chop that happened. And this happened after we took out London High, which tells me, okay, London High was our main draw for the day. Anything else after is going to be less probable, right? Unlikely to happen, unlikely to be taken, unlikely for my setup to be, as probable as it needs to be, 80, 85, percent win rate. So I made an executive decision to stay out of the market. And I'm super excited about that. And I hope that everyone in this video can learn a little bit from, what I did. I hope that it all makes sense to you guys. I hope that you guys can take something from this video and apply it to your trading. But yeah, that's going to be the day. No trades for me. Hopefully we can get in the market tomorrow. If not, we're still going to learn. So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Also, sorry about no video yesterday. I didn't even get on the charts yesterday because it was a bank holiday, and I just really don't see. I don't have, like, it would not be good preservation of mental capital for me to get on and take a trade and potentially lose on a bank holiday. Like, I'm just not the type of person that would be able to accept a loss like that. So I don't even get on the charts for those bank holiday days, unless it's like an eval, which I'm not on evals right now. So, all right, I'll see you guys tomorrow.